Hey, welcome back to Frank's Favorite Foods, where I'm always cooking up a good time. This is the channel where I teach you how to make restaurant quality food at home. This is my beef and bean tostada tower. This is like a crispy homemade version of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. My recipe includes homemade guac and salsa, but if you'd rather buy it, I won't tell. I'm going to start by using some beef steak tomatoes to make some homemade salsa. I'm removing the core and cutting the tomato into wedges. The method isn't as important as the results. The important thing is to remove the seeds from the tomato and retain the flesh. You can use any kind of tomato you'd like, but make sure you remove the seeds. Eliminating this step can leave your salsa looking watery and separated. The next step is to dice up the tomato flesh. For a smoother style salsa, put all these ingredients in a food processor or blender. Fresh tomato and onion, garlic, jalapeno, chili powder, cumin, salt, fresh cilantro, and fresh lime juice. Mix together thoroughly, then refrigerate. Now let's make some guac. Start with fresh avocado, onion, garlic, cilantro, fresh jalapeno, tomato, fresh lime juice, and a little salt. Go ahead and combine all those ingredients. I'm not a big fan of chunky guacamole, so I'm gonna make sure that mine is pretty darn smooth. Next, I'm gonna cut a couple corners by doctoring up some refried beans. I'm adding onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of bacon fat, and some salt. You're going to need to add some water to the beans to get to the right consistency. I suggest starting with about 1/4 cup. The next step is really easy. Brown some ground beef and then follow the directions on the back of your favorite taco seasoning packet. A little water, the seasoning, and then combine that all together. Building this taco tower is about as close as I've gotten to actually doing any real construction, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. Place some of the bean mixture in the center of your serving plate. This will help to anchor the tower. Next, I'll add a warm tostada with some melted cheddar cheese. Begin with a generous layer of seasoned ground beef, making sure it's evenly distributed. We'll begin construction on the second floor by simply adding another tostada. Generously cover the tostada with your bean mixture. Next, we'll add some of our homemade salsa, as well as some shredded iceberg lettuce. Next, layer another cheesy tostada, topped with lots of seasoned ground beef. I'll bet you can't guess what's coming next. Why, it's another tostada, topped with refried beans. Another layer of homemade salsa, more iceberg lettuce, one more cheesy tostada, sour cream that appears as if it were applied by a 3-year-old that forgot to take the container out of the frame. Generously apply the homemade guacamole. And finally, we're going to add just a little bit more salsa. We're going to garnish with some cilantro. And that is the dish. This pizza taco tower was really fun to make and even more fun to eat. The beauty of this dish is you don't have to make everything from scratch. It'll still taste delicious. Still hungry? Try my tomatillo dip. It's like nothing you've had before. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. Hit the subscription button and the notifications bell. That way you won't miss a single episode. Thank you so much for watching. Liking and sharing really helps to grow my channel. I'll see you during the next episode.